Hello, my astrology friends. This is Lada from AstroLada.com, and my presence for 2025 for you is the 12 signs, a summary of my 2025 video horoscopes in short, small packages of 10, 15, 20 minutes max per sign. I focus on Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars because these are the most important and active planets that show the tangible results you'll see in your life in 2025. But if you want the extended version of those videos, I have them on my website, 2.5 hours per each sign, where I cover Neptune changing signs, Uranus changing signs, the bisextile between Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune, Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries, the eclipses. Month by month, I go there. But here, this is a summary for you, for the major influences, so you know where to concentrate your efforts and where the best and the biggest gains from your efforts will come. So enjoy. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising 2025. Taurus, this year, especially the first 3-4 months, the focus is on Mars because it's staying very long in your third house, actually supporting you even while it's retrograde. The only problems you might have to deal with, though, the first 2 to 3 months is, for example, problems in relationships with siblings, with relatives, because Mars is a bit of an argumentative planet and it's retrograde there till almost the end of February. You might have to be sorting out matters in regards to some documents, some papers as well, anything to do to administrative work, to mental concentration work, where Mars requires a lot of more of your focus and concentration. You might be dealing with some matters regarding vehicles, transportation, fixing, repairing, changing, I don't know, or electronic devices, communication devices. And if there is some broken communications between you and relatives, team workers, whatever, Mars will escalate that and show you where the problem is and ask you to reconsider and change something. Plus, you might remove certain people from your life with Mars retrograde in the third house, which is a social house, especially those that are in your immediate environment. You might rethink your immediate environment. It might change in some way. Sometimes because of relocation, sometimes because you're like, I don't want this energy around me, or some people just leaving your life there, whether it's your neighbors, siblings, whatever. Just be careful not to enter into conflict with such people. But you can get a lot of work done the first 3-4 months connected to mental projects, media, marketing, sales, business projects. Oh yeah. That's what Mars in the third house wants to be dealing with. Or learning some skill that requires you extra efforts, concentration, or maybe working on some website that you're redoing it, fixing it, changing it the first 3-4 months on some skill, working on some other third house rule skills or projects, sales, business, maybe multiple. If they're contracts or agreements, especially the first 2 months of the year, they might be more delayed. They have to be reworked in some way. But after that, Mars starts moving directly and you get much better results. So this is what Mars is dealing in the third house, maybe short trips as well, the first 3-4 months. But after that, from the second part of the year, from June onwards, Jupiter enters there for a year in your third house. So if there was any crisis in your relationships with siblings, relatives, it all gets healed from June 2025 to June 2026. Also, Jupiter Day in your third house from the second part of the year will definitely help you expand your social circle, improve relationships with siblings, with relatives, get closer with such people, get better neighbors than usual, or get really much more involved in the life, communal, social life around you, much more interested in going out, connecting with others. It's very positive for anyone who is in business, in sales, who is in any kind of marketing, advertising, in making contacts with if you want to attract more clients, if you want to have better strategy or business plan, or if you want to improve your business in some way and business relations, Jupiter in the third house is the year for you from the middle of 2025 to the middle of 2026. If you want to also have a better vehicle to travel more. Again, the doors for this open from the middle of the year, plus learning new skills. Jupiter is fun. It comes so naturally to you, reading more, learning new skills, new people entering your life, becoming more social. All of this is coming for you, Taurus, from the second part of the year. But the first part of the year, Mars is already working on those third house topics, but they're more stressful. Anything third house, communication, devices, transportation, social contacts with others, business, marketing, learning skills, it's more stressful, requires more focus, some corrections. But well, the second part of the day, it's all perfect after that. I'm having Jupiter in the third house now. I'm enjoying it so much from my sun. I made so much more contacts. So second part will be a lot more fun. But the first part till June, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is in your second house. So if you're Taurus, especially Taurus rising, to lesser degree sun or moon, you can see increase the first 5 months of the year of your finances. Increase because Jupiter tends to expand the income, but also the spending. It's possible. Plus, Jupiter can improve your family situation in some way in the second house, can allow you to store more, to buy things that you consider that are more valuable, allows you to enjoy more the foods, the five senses, anything that you consider luxury and pleasurable, you get more of it. But the most main thing, people and value, you start feeling more valuable. You might rise your prices. Because of that, you might find an alternative income level, increase it in some way, because your self-worth increases. So you're trusting yourself that you can generate that you can self-sustain no matter what the circumstances is increasing. And because of your trust in your own talents is increasing, and even learning of such talents, and you're learning to make money. Jupiter brings wisdom, knowledge, learning about that. So this is what you do the first part of the year. And the third and the second part, as I said, Jupiter in the third house, more it's about business, growing up, connecting to the right clients if you want, expanding skills and so on. The other big event, Taurus, is that Saturn, wherever Saturn is, there is a big focus for us, because that's where is the hard work we do. And for you, most of 2025, the 9 months out of 12, Saturn is in your 11th house, which is a natural house for Saturn. Actually, there's a lot of activity in that 11th house, which is, again, just like the third house, a social house. So you as a Taurus, there's something very important happening in your social environment. The people that you're surrounded with. Saturn, Mars first rethinks them. Then Saturn is rethinking your larger circle, your networks. 11th house is also business house. Your clients is the 11th house. Your networking ability, how many people you're connected with. But you're doing something important with all those social contacts, networking possibility, people in your life. Some friends might leave, new can come, but they're more serious if new one comes. They're more Saturnian nature, more work-related ones, or a lot of your social contacts can be connected in 2025 to who can you not like use, but who is useful for you and who you're useful for, rather than wasting your time just hanging around. So there's some kind of a honing of trimming of your social environment and focusing on who are the right clients for you. Let's not waste time for ones that are not, just connect to the right ones. But 11th house is house of gains. There is something here again that we see this theme, Jupiter in the second of money, Saturn in the 11th of house of gains that you're working on seriously. And Saturn is you're putting this year, you're dedicating your efforts to maybe to go towards a long-term goal, life dream of yours, because the 11th house is this house of what is your biggest dream, long-term goal. And Saturn makes you work gradually towards it. And there might not be as much fun time to enjoy social and so on all the time. But because you're serious, your head is serious there, trying to achieve some long-term dream and goal of yours. Saturn loves to be in the 11th house because it makes you serious towards achieving that. And eventually, by the end of the year, by 2026, when Saturn leaves, you might have increased your income, your profitability, your marketability, and your achieved some goal or dream or title or honor like PhD or something else in your life. But that's a lot where the focus is in the 11th, and March, April, and May. Huge focus on this 11th house. Maybe some friends coming from the past as well, connecting with you, offering some new opportunities, or you deciding who you want to be in your life and then working on some big project or something, because 11th house is big projects, not just for yourself, maybe usually businesses and so on. So that's pretty much it, guys. I can talk to you a lot more about Neptune and Saturn moving into your 12th house as well, but it's just going to be for 2-3 months with Saturn. And with Neptune, just it's going to be there 14 years. I speak way more in depth about Saturn and Neptune in the 12th house, which in my 2025 videos I spend like an hour on this new influences there, but because you're not gonna feel them too much this year yet, Saturn is just 3 months there. It's 12 hours about wrapping things up, a lot of endings. I'll explain it. It's in my longer video. So yeah, focus on this gainability, profitability, and as I said, there is huge focus for you on social contacts. Build bridges this year, burn some old ones that are just wasting your time, because Saturn and Mars are unapologetic if there are such people in your life. And you'll be blessed when Jupiter enters the 3rd house and start trining the 11th house with the right people, that will help you, and the right relationships, friendships as well.